One, two, three, and we are live. Hey guys, what's up? Guess
Hello,
who we have
guys.
this time? It's a new combination. We always have a new combination coming for you.
This time
So
Prateek
just
is
like
in the backstage, asking to
yeah,
let us in. Let him in.
yeah. So just like always, if the audio and video is fine, just let us know in the comments so that we can get started. Oh yeah, let me do my thing. How do you do it? Yeah,
Yeah, what's the
SNL with
thing?
TikTok.
I don't know that.
Uh,
Oh,
this thing,
is
this
that a
thing.
new thing? Oh, this
No,
ticker.
we the ticker we had it before. It's like whenever I'm there, I'm using the uh, path to the least resistant. It's the most easiest way, the StreamYard. And Pratik is usually
Yeah,
using all that uh, hacking thing.
complicated stuff. Yeah.
Uh,
So I
hey
guess
guys,
the
just
stream is fine.
yeah. Okay, is it fine? The voice is clear. That's nice. Thanks, Ajay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we will wait for let's say a 1 or 2 minutes. Let's more people jump in and then we can get started.
yeah. And guys, whenever I come in, what you have to do?
Costup says, "Hi Team TechWiser or Team TechWiser. Hey man, what's up? Hi Mohit. Hello guys. Hi Mohit. Thanks
Hey,
Rishabh. How
Aditya.
are you? Hey guys. How are you doing? Oh yeah. How is your weekend coming along?
It's the holy weekend, right? So we are
Oh
making
yeah.
bhujiyas.
Huh. That's nice.
Yeah, the entire week was making something or the other thing.
So apparently you are Kaushik.
Yeah, apparently
uh,
people are
for
asking where's Pratik.
where is it's like always. Where is Mrinal? And when Mrinal is not there, where is Pratik? And when Kaushal is not there, where is Kaushal? So it's always like this.
So basically, I fill in for whenever someone is getting a little too much of me. So we just kick them out from the stream for a week, and they have to beg us and buy us coffee and stuff.
Happy Holi in
So it's
advance. Oh yeah, happy Holi
thanks,
everyone
guys. Happy
in
Goli to
advance.
everyone. Yeah,
Okay, so I think there are a couple of people. How many likes do we have? Can you check?
I'll just check. Uh, I have just opened the stream, and as you can, oh, you might not see, but it's still loading for me. So we have 16 likes right now. So guys, and
There are
50
51
people
people
are watching
live.
right now. So
That's
35
not
people
cool.
haven't pressed that button yet. Guys, it's a thumbs
17.
up button right next to the share button. It's it's pretty easy to figure it out.
Okay. So should we discuss the topics for today, or should we wait
Sure.
for more people to join in?
We can just give the brief introduction of or the topics or the agenda that we'll cover in this stream tonight.
Okay. So I'm most excited about the apps of the week. There are two apps, and both of them are awesome. Like it's one of those apps when you try it, your mind is like, "Whoa, that's really something." So yeah, we have apps of the week. There are two of them. I'm really excited to try that out. We will try it out. We will just start with the apps of the week. Then we have WTF news, Realme faking the N22 test, and then they were caught. I think this is Kaushal news, so he will be briefing on that. And then we have India. We are gonna test it, and I'm really excited to test it out. I think it's gonna give a very good competition to OnePlus 9, which was okayish. Uh, then we have Redmi TV in the house. So if anyone is thinking of buying a 50-inch 4K television, well, we will be discussing it, which is the best 4K. And then we have a couple of other options, such as there are rumors for Mi Band 6 and Realme launching another premium store in India. In I think it's launch in Bangalore, and Reliance Jio 5G smartphones and few other stuff.
So it's
So
going
yeah,
to be
should we
late
start with
tonight.
the yeah? Should we start with apps of the week?
Let's wait for a couple of more people to join in, guys. If you have any friends, just tell them about us. L-
Share it
let's
on
let's
WhatsApp group.
let's cross the 100 mark, and then we can start.
I'm from Goa. My question is, should I buy A52? Looking for an all-rounder. Looks looks little overpriced. What are your thoughts? Should I buy it? High cost of although I'm not getting what's A52 has to do with Goa, but yeah. So should I buy A52? A50, like there are three phones, A32, 52, and 72 from Samsung. Everyone knows what 32 is, so that's out of question. Then we have 52 and 72. Out of both of them, we really like the 52. Uh, the good thing, it looks different, like it's an acquired taste, but it's minimal, very different from Realme 8, so I like that. And the processor is decent. And on terms of software, I think they are offering 4 years of security updates and 3 years of software updates, so that's really nice. And if you're into software ecosystem, so if you are into Samsung thing, then go for that. So overall, A52 is a very decent phone, no complaints. But then you also have other options such as Realme. What would you suggest? Realme 8 Pro, A52, or then Redmi Note 10 Max, Note 10 Pro Max?
I just had like I used the Note 10 Pro Max for like very brief period of time, and I fell in love with that phone. Like it's such a value for money, but not the Max version, just the Pro one. Like although it's not available in the flash sale, that's very gray area. Like why they're not selling it right now. But if you can get your hands on that Pro version for 17,000 rupees, that's like really good deal.
Okay, so I think there's that. Let's start with the apps of the week. So should I share my
Yeah,
screen? Yeah,
sure.
okay. So the first app of the week is, I hope everyone can see my screen. So is it? Yeah. So the first app of the week is, it's a web app called Zoom Escape, and what it does is it helps you to escape a boring Zoom meeting, but it should work with pretty much any call, Google Meet or Zoom call. So how it works is, it's a web app. You have to open it in a different window while you are on a Zoom call or a Google Meet call, and then press on the start button. It will automatically detect the, like, I'm using these audio and video output. So you have to press on start. Now, here's the thing. So let's say you want to escape the meeting and you want to pretend that there is some kind of disturbance going on. So let's say construction is going on. You can press on this, or you wanna let's say have a problem with your desktop. You can press on this echo mode, and then you will hear my voice again and again.
Again and again, again and again, like that.
Oh, I think it
Oh,
it only works
oh,
for my
is it?
computer.
Oh,
He,
all right.
yeah,
I was just trying to simulate it for the guys watching us. So, guys, that's how it
and
sounds. Imagine,
oh,
imagine I'm sitting behind Minar and making all those voices.
Uh, but are they able to hear it? Or like, is it replicating
No,
for them? Just let us know in the. Can they see it in action?
they. I can see the screen, but I don't hear anything. Although I can simulate it for you. I can make construction noises. I can beep also. There was an option
Okay.
called man beep.
Oh, it's not working for them. That's a bummer. Okay, so it's only for the
Maybe,
two people in the conversation.
yeah,
Okay,
maybe
that's
for
how it
Zoom
works.
calls only.
But the funny thing is, okay, I will just do it for myself. There is there's this option of
Man,
man beeping.
man beep.
You have to try this. You have to try only this option. And like, kudos to the developer of thinking of this option. Like, all of this makes sense, but why the hell a man is weeping in a conversation?
It's 2021, Manal. Men cry. Let's not shame and let's normalize that.
Can you hear it though?
I can't,
Oh, you can't. So it's
but
only
I
for
can
me.
relate.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So guys,
this
it
is
works.
the
We've tried with Zoom call. We did a mock before this live stream, and it really works, and it's really funny.
okay. But yeah, you guys have to try this one. It's awesome. Next up, next application. Would you like to share the next application or show them in action?
Maybe in a while. Let's take some questions then
Okay.
before moving to the next app.
Even that is really cool. I think most of
Yeah,
them have might have seen it already on social media. It's
it,
one of
it's
those
it's
viral apps.
it's blowing up on Instagram right now. People, it will go mainstream in a couple of weeks or days because I've seen so many reels based on that. So
Okay. And
I saw a question. Someone
hmm,
was asking about MacBook accessories. So what's your favorite MacBook accessories? Mine is this. I can just do this. It's a it's a
okay.
it's a webcam protector that lets you shut off your camera. So if you are not sure that your camera is on or not, and if you're extra cautious about it, you can just buy this tiny sticker and put it on your webcam, and you just do this with your finger, and it just shuts off. It's like amazing.
But
It's like $50.
where did you get it for $50? I was trying to buy it, and these are very overpriced on Amazon. Like for
I
200,
guess
you only get
I
one or
guess
two of them.
I guess we bought it from Amazon and we got like three or four for $200. So 50
Yeah,
rupees
yeah.
on average price.
Hmm.
So
My
yeah, like
favorite
a pair
accessory
or two. That's
would
what.
okay. My favorite accessory for MacBook would be, I think I cannot show you guys, but it's a Ethernet dongle. So Type C to Ethernet. That's how I am live, and that's how the speed is better this time.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
let's
but
take a couple of questions. Yeah, yeah.
maybe you can't show that thing that you do with your AirPods and you like place it on the top of your screen and it stays there. That's a neat hack.
It it's a neat hack, but it works better with AirPods. The one that I have is Pro, so the magnets
Yeah.
in Pro is not that strong.
Okay. But that is a like neat trick.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
I
I
sometimes do
think
with the Realme earbuds.
okay. Let's clear this up. Where is Pratik? Pratik is debarred, and we are not letting him in the state.
Yeah.
He didn't let me in the previous one, so I
So
won't let him
it's
in
his
this
turn
one.
now. So he'll have to taste his own medicine now.
Okay. Oh yeah, OnePlus Watch versus Oppo Watch plus GTR 2. This is something I'm really excited to test. So we still haven't got the OnePlus Watch, but whenever we do get it, for sure we are gonna compare it. It won't be a single OnePlus Watch video, but most likely a comparison. Although
And
I'm
they're
little bit
going the and they're going the
yeah,
proprietary OS route. Like they're not going either with
exactly.
the Google OS and they're not Wear OS or nothing like that. They're
E-
creating their own OS from scratch. Like that would be interesting to see how they pull it off.
Do you think that way? I find it a little bit disappointing. I was excited
Uh,
to see Wear OS in it. Who is gonna use
Wear,
Wear OS then?
like Wear OS has so many problems. Google itself is not paying much attention to it. Like if you have a solid foundation, you can build on that. Like Android has a solid foundation, so people can skin it, create one UI, create Fun Touch OS, create Oxygen OS. These are legit OS that feel different from the stock Android experience, right? But uh, doing that with Wear OS, because there are so many bottlenecks, like you can't put strong hardware, CPU is going to be limited, there can't be much RAM, battery power is going to be limited. So there are so many factors. So that's why most manufacturers like Realme go with the basic route. Like they put a band software in a
Hmm.
watch hardware. So that's what they do, and they call it a
Okay.
day.
We have a question. Is there a giveaway today? This is not a giveaway channel, and like we do it occasionally if there is like we want to give away something to our loyal visitor. But in general, TechWiser, this whole media company, this is not based on giveaway. We have better content.
Yeah, we show our appreciation occasionally, but don't expect freebies without anything in return. So
Especially when Kaushal is on live stream.
yeah,
He will make you work for it,
yeah,
even for the
because
giveaways that we are
because
giving away.
uh, while we're on this topic, so because giveaways are very like selfless from us, like we have no say in who gets to keep it. And even if 1% or 10% get it, other 1,000 or 99% people would think that I didn't get it, so it's fake. So that's the
Yeah.
whole burden that we have to carry when doing a giveaway. So it's very easy for an outsider to see doing a giveaway, someone got it but I didn't get it. But the burden lies on us that we have a huge responsibility when picking out a winner, because that person is no one to us. It's one of our viewers, and it's equal. It's like one of our children. Like, we have no biases towards it. Yeah, that's true. Like, you are one of our children.
One
Either
of our
any one of you get it, we would be extremely happy for you. But the other people would be sad by it, and we can't do anything about it. So that's why we keep giveaways to a minimum.
Yeah. Okay. S21FE. I think there was a question before this. S20FE, what are your thoughts? Yeah. S20FE is again something that I'm really excited to test. Few people were asking about the specs, so it's still not released. It's gonna be released on 30th March, 3 days from now. But so far, what we have is it will be exactly like S20FE, the one that it was released in US, with Snapdragon and 5G. So to repeat all the specs, it's gonna have 5G, which is a very smart move given that Samsung hasn't released any 5G phones recently, and it's directly gonna compete with OnePlus and gonna price somewhere like 45,000 to 50,000. So OnePlus 9 has a very direct competition from S20FE with Snapdragon and 5G and 120 hertz display, just like we saw in the previous year, and 6 GB of RAM, 128 GB of storage, 4,500 mAh battery, and 20. And it also has reverse charging with a wireless charging support and under display fingerprint. So yeah, on a spec sheet, it's really good, and it's directly gonna compete with OnePlus. Which one would you prefer, like based on the data, OnePlus or S20FE?
Uh, it's a like hard choice, because Galaxy, the S20 Fan Edition was a very surprising contender, and it had a lot of good specs. But OnePlus 9 has that like refined feel to it. The back camera, like, it resembles iPhone 12 camera setup a lot, and the back looks really good, and it has a glass finish. And S20 FE edition, as far as I remember, it was plastic, I guess, on the back, and I really don't like the plastic feel. So it would be solely on
Samsung
cosmetic
calls
deals.
it Samsung calls it plastic.
Plastic, yeah. So that is like, you can call it whatever you want, but at the end of the day, you can call it vegan leather. That's the term I've come to hate so much nowadays. Like,
Is it a thing? Is it really a
it's
thing?
like, first of all, it's not vegan, you can't eat it. It's not leather, it's not made of animal skin, and it's plastic. So you're calling it leather, you're taking all the prestige of the word leather, but you're not carrying any burden. So, like, it's a double-edged sword, right? When you use a leather, you like, I might get a little philosophical here, but when people purchase leather, they associate it with quality and the sacrifice of an animal that has gone into it.
Hmm.
The animal has died to give you its skin for you to use and value its presence, right? But the vegan leather is such a, like, it's such a, what you call, a scam, whatever you call it. Because desk
Marketing,
ma-
marketing.
I have a desk mat that's made
Hmm.
of the same material, and they don't call it vegan leather. It's a simple desk mat, and I still like it. I would have still like it, but the marketing guys, they don't have any soul, right?
Yeah.
They don't
Okay.
appreciate anything. They just want to sell
Hmm.
stuff.
There is a question. क्या हाल है सबके? Okay. Should I store my bank details in a Bitwarden password manager? You can, but I wouldn't recommend it. Never store anything bank related or anything financially related to any place. I don't even like I use password manager, but any like there are different levels. So there is one website which has all the financial things. I never store it anywhere. I just keep it here. And then there are few things like Gmail, Twitter. Again, I don't store it anywhere. I keep it here. And then there are few websites where just like something that's not related to finance or even logins like Gmail, Twitter, or Instagram, etc. That I store on Password Manager. So depending,
So I
I don't trust
I have
things.
I have a question, Minar. So are you one of those guys who has the same password on everything like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? You keep one single password and just replace a few characters?
Yeah, I do that.
Because it's a really bad practice, guys. So don't uh, do what we are doing and keep your password different from every, like I was reading about it somewhere. Because what happens is when, like what happens when a password gets leaked, so nobody
Hmm.
cares about your account, right? We are one in a million accounts. But uh, if someone is looking for those accounts, they might stumble upon your other accounts and they might get into those accounts as well without any data breach, public available data breach.
Now that I think of it, it's a really good point.
It's I do it too. I can't I don't use these LastPass and Bitwarden or Google Authenticator, and I can't be bothered to keep a separate uh, uh, with a separate character password for each and every service. So it's a few characters here and there misplaced, and that's how I keep track. Because whenever I have to reset my Gmail password, and I have 2 3 Gmail accounts, so I never know which password is there. I have to remember, okay, when Gmail gives a prompt, okay, you changed your password 6 months ago, 7 months ago. So I have to go back and think what I was doing back then. Was I doing something important? So I might have changed it to something important. So that's how I figure out the passwords. And it's a really bad thing, guys.
Yeah, it is.
If a
Good point.
if a if it's a cyber hacker or ethical hacker must be watching this, he might be rolling in his chair.
Okay, which offers a good sound quality, OnePlus Bud Z or OnePlus? Okay, the neckband or the OnePlus Bud Z?
TWS.
Uh, TWS or the neckband? I would say mm, none of them. I'm like, it's good, it's decent, but if we have to pick one, I think both of them are equally good. Or um, I would prefer, but like I think both of them are equally good, or it's like 19 or 20 difference. But if I have to pick one, I will pick the TWS because it's highly
Ease of
convenient,
access.
ease of access. Oh yeah, recently we got a new TWS. I don't know who sent it. This is like it was just delivered by some PR or someone. They just sent it to us. I don't know who. And do I have it here? Maybe I can show it.
What's the brand? What's the brand?
I think it's something called Wing. Wing. It's a Wing thing, and it's the TWS are in a Batman case. So there
Oh,
are two eyes. When you open it, the eyes lit up,
ah,
and it's like a gaming thing or something. Pretty interesting. Okay. Should we start with the second application?
yeah,
Or do you
sure.
wanna?
It's about time.
By the
Yeah.
way,
So do you
guys,
want to?
we will be keeping this whole live stream for 30 minutes only. So there are 6 minutes left. If you have any questions, we also have just a small plug. We have a Redmi TV in the house, the 55-inch, and we are currently testing it. So in case anyone is interested in the comparison, just let us know which TV do you want to compare it with. We have two options: the Mi TV 4X 55-inch or 50-inch, or the Amazon TV that was recently launched. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's called the Wombo app, and I stump. Minal told me about this app today only, and I was casually wondering what this app was because I had seen so many reels on Instagram doing this trend. So you must have seen that video. There's a still guy, and the guy is singing a song.
Elon
But the
Musk,
thing is,
Elon Musk.
yeah, Elon Musk is singing "Tunak Tunak Tun Tarara." And so that was the funniest part. And when we look for this app, what it does is it just takes a picture and does its AI magic behind the scenes. And what they're doing is maybe they have a visual artist or a model who is actually singing Tunak Tunak Tun Tarara. And they place your picture on that AI, on that moving video, and then they just interpolate that. And it works seamlessly and it kind of looks like a meme, as you can see it
Eh,
on your screen. That's the app's name by Wombo
Wombo
Studios
AI.
Inc.
How about you give them a demo, live demo?
I have recorded it, so let me just,
Okay, yeah, this is you just have to take a picture and
yeah.
then you get your picture singing. It's pretty cool. Let's see
I'm
how
just
it works for
creating
you.
one right now. Just give me a minute. I'll just show you.
Okay, so and the good thing is it's available for both Android and iOS, although
Hi,
most people in
Android,
India have Android. Oh,
and
it's
it
pretty
works
cool
flawlessly.
actually.
It does that in a couple of seconds. So I have just taken a picture and I'm just processing it right now. It's almost done. You can see. Just
There is an
let
ad though.
me.
It's a very sneaky
Ah,
ad there.
uh,
But
when it's
I get it.
processing, yeah.
That's like
Okay,
understandable.
yeah.
They have
Okay,
to
when
make
it's
money.
processing, then you show me ad. I'm fine. Just let me save that video afterwards. That's all I ask.
I think that there is an option to save the video. There's a
Yeah.
watermark though.
There's a watermark.
Oh yeah.
And guys, I just took that uh, picture. It's not even a video. It's just a picture.
So
And
yeah,
and
anyone who wants to try it, link in the description.
yeah,
Go check it out. Pretty cool.
and it replicates the eye movements, eyebrow movements, mouth movements so flawlessly. It's just mind blowing.
Okay, this is an interesting question from Aditya. How long will it be for 5G to be completely operational in India with the level of 4G we have today? So yeah, we are doing videos on 5G. It's almost ready, but we will be releasing it next week because we already have three. So one interesting fact that we figure out while doing research for that video is, I think, let's see, one sec. I think, let me open that script.
Yeah, I also read a couple of articles where we don't even have full blown 4G across India. Like there are
Yeah.
28 zones in India, and we don't have the full 4G coverage that is supposed to be called true 4G.
So where we are,
And I was just recently reading upon 5G. Geo like invested heavily, like 20,000 crores in the 5G spectrum band.
oh yeah, here we are. So 2G was deployed globally on in 1991 and it came to India in 1995. So 4 years. 3G was deployed in 1998. It came to India in 2008. So 10 years. 4G was deployed in 2008. It came in India in 2015. So 7 years. So we have 4 years, 10 years, and 7 years delay. And now 5G was deployed globally in 2020 or let's say 2019. So it going by the trend we have so far, it cannot be in India sooner than 2030. And I think that's the point Manu Kumar Jain was trying to make in his Facebook comment that went viral as well. There are a lot of smartphones that are releasing in 5G, but in reality, a good 5G coverage in India cannot arrive before 2023, at
And
least
I feel
2023.
it's the demon created by these companies only, because they were the first people to brag about their phones are 5G capable, and they brandished a big 5G letters on their hoardings, on their smartphone boxes. Everywhere was 5G when it was first launched. Now everyone is backtracking. "Okay, oh, there are couple of years, so we are not going to give you in the mid-range section,"
Okay,
which was
this is a
always
quick
true in the.
question. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, no, I'm done with the rant.
Okay, blog versus YouTube channel in 2021. I won't recommend none of that. Blog, the timing was 2010, and YouTube channel timing was 2015 or 2017, given English or Hindi. But both of them, the wave is gone. Now there is a new wave. Try for that. What do you think?
um, I won't discourage anyone to start a YouTube channel. If you want to do it, you can, because uh,
Exactly.
there are there are always hurdles, and we don't want to discourage anyone. But you should be aware that the competition is so much fierce right now, because there were few YouTube channels in India. People were still discovering, but I won't say that there isn't scope, because as you can see, 700 million people are on internet right now from India. more or less. But there are still 50% of the population that is still not there. So the YouTube scene of India will continue to grow, and it's up to you how you make your content. If you're so passionate about it, go ahead. I won't stop you. Nobody would stop you, because
Yeah,
asking us, we would just tell you the current scenario and what we faced in 2015 or 2010 and what we see right now. For budding YouTubers, it's a like a tough race. But if you can persevere and make good content, people would love you. That's all I would say.
yeah, that's true. Like it's a balanced opinion. So I'm saying no, Kaushal is saying go for it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Lokesh is asking, chips are serious problem. It is. There is a really big. I think it still haven't come to India yet, and it's mostly for cars, but it will. I think Intel, Xiaomi CEO or the Xiaomi global CEO said that expect the Xiaomi phones to be priced a little bit higher. So 11,000 will might go to 12,000 or 12,500 or something, because chips shortage are there in entire world.
So that's true.
Uh, thoughts on thoughts on Realme 8 series? Bad, really? I won't say it's bad. It's just like they released the smartphone that they were about to release, but the entire industry was taken by shock with Redmi Note 10 Pro, the whole Redmi Note 10 series. So it's a decent phone, but the competition is much higher, and nobody expected that. So if Redmi Note 10 Pro was not as good, the phone would have done better. And Redmi 8 is pretty good. Redmi 8 is pretty good. Okay. Do we have what's the WTF news for today? We haven't discussed
Uh,
that.
yeah, we haven't discussed, like, we have after fake Antutu scores, Realme was caught using iPhones in their live stream. That is like Apple versus Microsoft. Microsoft was using Apple's laptops in their event, and vice versa. So this is all over the same thing. Like, history repeats itself. The two competing giants using each other's phone.
But what's the point of Realme using an iPhone in a launch event for a demo?
Uh,
Sorry.
what we can do is you can take the negative aspect of it, okay, why were they using it in the first place, and I will try to play the devil's advocate and try to justify their point of view. Obviously, I don't. First of all, let me make this clear. I don't actually support this kind of behavior, and it was very shady. And I'm glad they got caught, so that people would be aware that they can get caught next time, and they won't be getting away with it. On that note, I would say that it was an event probably handled by a marketing or a PR firm, and their objective was to show the gaming capabilities on screen, like show the audience like our Realme phones can game, but it's a 8.5 thousand rupees Android smartphone. So maybe their software, what they were using to stream, was not compatible with those Android phones, and that's why they used iPhones. I
I think
am not sure what they were doing.
it was in Bangladesh. So
Yeah, it was
yeah,
in
like
Bangladesh, so maybe they thought their audience was not
they can
that,
get away
they
with it,
can get away with it.
but
But it's
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 internet.
it's shady behavior. Like, if you're trying to sell your, I would have been fine if they were just trying to tell you, okay, these all games would run, and they were just giving you a demo of the game. But if they are showing the gaming prowess of 8.5 thousand rupees budget smartphone, that how well it can game by using an iPhone, that was really shady.
Okay. I think there was a super chat. Best neckband under 2,000 bucks. So best sounding neckband under 2,000 bucks. It will be a little bit expensive. Is hands down Oppo ones. I think it's
Oppo M31,
Oppo
right?
what yeah, the Oppo M31 or something that we also did a giveaway. We liked it so much that we give five of them. So yeah, go for that. Other than that, which one I will pick? OnePlus Buds Z, the neckband one is also pretty good, but Oppo is the best sounding one. Redmi Note 10, Kushagra is asking, Redmi Note 10 Pro Max or Mi 10i? Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, Redmi Note 10 Pro Max definitely. because Redmi Mi 10i is a good phone, but I don't like the form factor. It's way too big. It doesn't go. It's a two-hand phone. Doesn't slide in the pocket that easily. I was using it for 7 days or something. It's a good phone, but not a handy one-hand phone. So for that reason, also Redmi Note 10 Pro Max has a very good specs on paper.
Yeah, so while we're at it, let's take the next WTF news. Like LG has decided to shut shop in the smartphone market entirely. So they
Is
were
it?
trying to, yeah, I just read it, and it was that kid, it's everyone knows that LG has been making loss in the smartphone market, and they were not doing well, even though they created such wonderful phones like LG Wing, and they were planning a rollable phone also. But what happened was that they were trying to keep the work going on, and they were looking for a buyout. They were in talks with Volkswagen or anyone who would be interested in getting their inventory and hardware and software and IPs or everything. So, but the deal didn't go through, and now they have decided they can't burn any more money on that failing business. So, they are going to shut shops and no more rollable phones and no more LG. And that's a really
That's
sad.
sad thing. That's a big deal.
Yeah, because LG itself is a huge brand, even though they don't do so much in smartphone area, but they
It's
make
a
good
huge.
consumer appliances, and they do, and
Okay.
they make incredible TVs also, right?
Yeah, yeah, they do.
They compete with the
Next.
likes of Sony's and Samsung's. Oh, sorry.
Okay, next question we have is actually also a title of our upcoming video. So, Mi Neckband Pro with active noise cancellation. Any thoughts? So, yeah, next week currently I'm working on a video on best neckband with ANC or active noise cancellation. So, in this video, we will be comparing the Realme Buds Wireless, the Mi neckband with active noise cancellation. Zebronics also have an active noise cancellation, and both 255 plus, and there are a few others from Edifer and Playgroup, etc. So yeah, we will be covering all the neckbands with active noise cancellation. Any thoughts? Wait for the video. Okay, I think there was a comment that Mrinal is not feeling hungry today. Well, actually, I am. So we will be closing the stream in 2 minutes. Let's take few more questions or anything that you would like to add, Kaushal.
Nah, let's just take some questions.
Okay. Uh, why don't you include? We just missed it. We missed one of them, and it's all over YouTube. We just missed it, but yeah, we will definitely make sure that we will cover it in our next video. Okay. Oh, there is no question from Smart TV. Anyone looking to buy a Smart TV? We are doing a video on Redmi TV that was recently launched, and we want to compare it with any other television. So, what are your thoughts? If you have a tight budget of 5,000, what would be better to buy, a smart band or a TWS? Smart band or a TWS? Both of them are very different thing.
That would totally
Uh,
depend on what you are exactly looking for.
exactly.
You can
Like
buy
hard to
both of these things in 5,000
in
rupees.
five
You can
five
get a,
thousand, or wait for a giveaway.
yeah.
It's a thing on YouTube now. Okay. Thoughts on Xiaomi messed up flash sales? It's a pattern. We have been trying to get the Redmi series for two sales. We haven't got it, and I think it's happens. Like no comment from my side. What do you think?
Uh,
Or do you think it's a marketing tactic?
uh, because my cynical brain, the first thought goes that they're trying to push, because their whole motive was to disrupt the market with the ultimate pricing of Note 10 Pro, right? But they give you a little sweeter deal with the 10 Pro Max. So that becomes a little fishy when you don't find the actual phone in the market when the phone goes live, right? So I can't help but notice uh, and wonder I wanted to buy the 10 Pro, but it's not available anywhere. And if I
Hmm.
was excited at first, either I would just get sad or buy the 10 Pro Max. And as far as I know, smartphone brands, they have done their research, and they know most of their populace who are looking to buy a smartphone will eventually buy, because 2,000 rupees or a 3,000 rupees is not a huge difference, and if you get it on an EMI, it's negligible. People just shell out the extra cash. So
Exactly.
it because the only reason they haven't released the 10 Pro is because they wanted to boost the sales of 10 Pro Max. Because if you're manufacturing something, you can manufacture two things at once. There's no reason to not release the 10 Pro at the same time.
There are two things. Two things. For one, chip shortage. That could be one thing. Second, if we go by this logic, PS5 should also come. Like there is a legitimate shortage of PS5 in this world as well.
I would have
If they
agreed
want,
to
they could
this
have
point
released it.
if 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 they were releasing a digital only console but not releasing the disc version, or vice versa. But they're releasing 10 Pro Max, but they're not releasing the 10 Pro. The obvious
Hey,
common denominator is money. They are getting more cash by releasing 10 Pro Max. It's basic common sense. Because if they really wanted, if they really cared about their whole lineup of 10 Pro, they would have made less 10 Pro Max and released 10 Pro simultaneously. That's just
true.
my opinion as a consumer, because I was on Amazon looking for 10 Pro and I could only find 10 Pro Max, but that also I couldn't buy because that was gone so fast.
Okay. Uh, uh, Before we go, a quick shout out to all our mods, Rishabh and Shivam. By the way, the moment Shivam become a mod, he has stopped asking all the awesome questions. That's how we remember him. So yeah, Shivam, waiting for some of your awesome questions whenever you get time. Uh, yeah, I think that was we should call it off now. That was a good Q&A, a small little one. We will try to make it a little compact for moving on. I like 30 minutes slot. 30 to 35 minutes is something that human brain can focus. So that's what I go for. But whenever Pratik is there or even Kaushal, they go for 1 hour. That's I
It
can't
even
focus for
shoots
more.
past that.
So yeah, if it's me in the stream, 30 minutes is what I go for. And I have dinner waiting for me as well. That's there.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Shubham, shout out to Rishabh, shout out to Kaushal, shout out to everyone.
And shout
So
out to
that's
you guys.
yeah, shout out to you guys. You are the one who make this stream possible. And I really look forward to this SNL sometimes. Most of the times when I have something good to share, like these two apps, which you should try out, link in the description. So these are the things that make me excited. And whenever I'm working on something and I find a good news, I have someone to share it with. So that also encourages me to look for news actively. That's a good thing about SNL. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much from my side. Any last word, Kaushal?
If you guys haven't watched that our latest video on Vivo X60 Pro, make sure you watch that, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our channel with your friends and family.
And that
And
and that video was not sponsored. Like we see a
yeah,
lot of questions. It is a sponsored video or something. The whole thing is, if the phone is not released in the market, the only way to get a phone is when the brand sends you a phone. But that has never and has an influence on TechWiser video. We get a phone, we
and
do an independent
and
review, and then we send it back.
while we are
Yeah,
at it, let's just address that if we are to do a sponsored video, we are going to disclose it with our audience.
yeah.
So it's not like we don't do sponsored videos, but if we are going to do one, you would be the first to know that, and it would be very obvious in the description and in the video itself.
Also, I see a lot of YouTubers writing in the description that the phone was sent by a brand. If the phone is not released in the market, that's the only way you can get access to it. So I don't,
No,
it goes without saying. Okay, so yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Have a great weekend. This is Mrinal signing off, and my
and happy
co-host
Holi.
Kaushal. And happy Holi in advance. Yeah,
Yeah.
be safe and happy Holi. Cheers.
Okay.